From the start, The Handmaid's Tale has been an exercise in weathering misery. Like all good dystopian stories, it paints a grim picture of a future, albeit one predicated on the suffering of women. The infertile commander's wives forbidden from reading, the handmaids forced into non-consensual sex, the Marthas bound to a life of domestic servitude. Hard to watch, doesn't quite do it justice. And then came the Season 3 finale, in which June scored an enormous victory for the fight against Gilead. Gunshot wound notwithstanding, it looked like June would finally get a reprieve from this life. Sadly, the first 3 episodes of the newly launched Season 4, especially Episode 3, prove June's suffering is far from over, and neither is the audience's. Major spoilers for The Handmaid's Tale Season 4 Episodes 1 to 3 are ahead. Trigger warning. Discussions of rape, torture, and PTSD are ahead. Read with caution. The first thing you need to know about The Handmaid's Tale Season 4 is that it is difficult to watch. That's not new, of course. Confronting the harsh realities of Gilead is part of The Handmaid's viewing experience. Just like June, we have to survive horrible experiences driven by the hope that she'll be reunited with her husband and daughter again. Like June says in the show's pilot, we intend to survive. But at what point does that violence go from cautionary tale to torture porn? For me, the answer is Season 4, Episode 3. June held and gagged before her torture. Hulu, directed by Elizabeth Moss herself. Episode 3, called The Crossing, focuses on June, once again in Gilead's captivity. The forces of Gilead are pressing her to give up the location of 5 other handmaids who are hidden in a barn. She refuses to reveal anything, outwardly speaking out against Aunt Lydia and the lieutenant who is tasked with making her talk. This lieutenant's methods are brutal, to say the least. He leads a group prayer before waterboarding June with what presumably is holy water, all while Aunt Lydia quietly embroiders in another room. Later, June confronts Lydia, telling her, "You told those girls if they followed the rules, they would be okay. And then you sent them out to be raped and beaten, over and over and over." This earns June another visit from the lieutenant, who begins to pull out her fingernail with pliers before being stopped by June, who feeds them false info. The torture never lets up. June is forced to watch as the lieutenant executes 2 handmaids, pushing them from a roof. At one point, the Gilead forces lock June inside a box, locked within a prison cell. Finally, she's faced with the single worst punishment you could give a mother, bringing her face to face with her daughter Hannah, who not only doesn't recognize June, but is actively afraid of her own mother. June comes face to face with her daughter, but it's not a happy reunion. All data is taken from the source. http://inverse.com article link. https://www.inverse.com/entertainment/handmaids-tale-season-4-episode-3-spoilers. #handmaid, stale #news today #news today local #BBC News Today #King World News #news today BBC #.